Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe, forward into battle, see his banners go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Oh, for a faith that will not shrink, though pressed by every foe, that will not tremble on the brink of any earthly woe, that will not murmur or complain beneath a chastening rod, but in the hour of grief or pain will lean upon its God. A faith that shines more bright and clear when tempests rage without, that when in danger knows no fear, in darkness feels no doubt. Lord, give us such a faith as this, and then whatever may come, we'll taste and hear the hallowed bliss of an eternal home. A charge to keep I have, a God to glorify, a never-dying soul to save, and fitted for the sky, to serve the present age, my calling to fulfill. Oh, may it all my powers engage to do my Master's will. Arm me with jealous care, as in thy sight to live, and O thy servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give. Help me to watch and pray, and on thyself rely. Assured if I my trust betray, I shall forever die. Rise up, O men of God, have done with lesser things. Give heart and mind and soul and strength to serve the King of Kings. Rise up, O men of God, his kingdom tarries long. Bring in the day of brotherhood and end the night of wrong. Rise up, O men of God, the church for you doth wait. Her strength unequal to her task, rise up and make her great. Lift high the cross of Christ, tread where his feet have trod. As brothers of the Son of Man, rise up, O men of God.
Good evening. Let's edify one another.
The we're prepared for the main shenanigans. Hello, everybody.
Says the one who's not here. This this bodiless voice from often distance
Hi.
is hello, Sheila. Good to see you, sister. Hope you are doing well.
Hello, Sheila.
So while I was waiting for O'Shea to finish, I happened to stumble across this this reel on Facebook, and I'm like, this has to be an Olympic. This needs to be an Olympic sport.
Okay.
This is something I could watch for quite a while. Don't ask me why. Don't judge me. Don't touch the can.
Do they got like a rope?
They're not supposed to. Yeah, they got ropes. Each one has a rope in its hand.
Nice.
I mean, watch that again. The guy in green actually touches the can first. I don't know why it didn't stop then, but anyway, ended up.
I like it.
Right there is where the guy in the green touched it.
Yes.
I mean, I could sit and watch that for.
Yeah, that I concur.
that needs to be an Olympic sport, man. That needs to be an Olympic sport. I can watch that. To me, that's just about as entertaining. Actually, that's kind of more entertaining than curling. I do like curling, by the way. That just needs to. Shua sat there and watched it, and she's like has to watch that over and over again, and she starts laughing more and more, and every time she sees it, she gets louder and louder and louder, and she just laughs and starts vibrating. Just it's so much fun watching it.
Yes, I agree. Sheila's on the floor. Gotta pick her up.
I also get rather tired watching it because I mean I think I put forth just as much energy watching it as they do trying to not hit that bucket.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Now you guys know the type of dumb stuff my partner sends me about once a week. It's his son too, my other partner. He's even worse.
I taught him well.
Yeah.
CJ has been getting quite the education over the last 4 years.
Yes, I have.
We've broadened his horizons tremendously.
Oh yeah. My brain is rotted.
By the way, Skylar seconds that. I sent it to Skylar. He watched it and seconded. It needs to be an Olympic sport.
Yeah, I would watch that. I would watch that for a long time. Yeah, I noticed it in the intro. I'm like, what does he got for us tonight? I thought we were gonna be responding to some video. I don't know. I don't
But
know.
you were not prepared for that.
No, I never know with you.
Oh, I tell you, I
So,
never know.
how has your day been?
Pretty busy, interesting but busy. Well, I shouldn't say really that busy. I crashed and crashed hard after Devo this morning. I was gonna go to the garden and almost made it there, but then it's just like I ran out of energy and I headed for my chair and took a nap. So, um, Amy and Alicia headed to town during Devo, so just Shua and I, and somewhere along the line, as I said, we almost made it to the garden, and it's just like, nope, I ain't got the energy. Crashed, but O'Shea went with me down to route this morning so he could learn my boss's route because he's going to take over the afternoon route tomorrow. So you'll have some interesting
Right.
you'll have some interesting adventures tomorrow to ask him about for EE.
Yes.
He'll have some
So,
interesting ones. He already did this morning because he drove the route this morning.
wow.
Tomorrow he's just going to ride. So I told him make sure you take a notebook and pen, so you can write down the route. That usually helps cement the route much better in your memory. But it was kind of funny because one of the kids got on the bus and he wasn't sitting down, and O'Shea, as bus driver, he turns to it and goes, "Hey, rumpus on the seatus." And the kid just kind of froze for a half second, looked at him, and then sat down. And Todd looks at the boss, looks at him and says, "Who else says that, Hayden?" And Hayden goes, "Levi." And Todd's like, "Yeah, that's Levi's son right there." When Hayden first came to the district, he lived on my route. So for a good couple of years, he got me as a bus driver, and then for a couple of years more, he had me for at least a couple of years. He had me for a bus driver to get to club. So
That's funny. Levi 2.0.
right. So that was kind of that made my morning anyway when O'Shea related that to me. He just froze. Got that look. Got a little weird look on his face.
So when do these start up full fledged? Do they have
Well,
a start date?
he's not going to actually be a full fledged, as in full route, morning and afternoon route. He's only subbing, so he's only going to be a substitute driver, and
Okay.
so he's going to substitute in for Todd, who has to go to a funeral on tomorrow afternoon. So that'll be his first solo route tomorrow afternoon, and that's because our other sub, who would normally have done it, has to sub for another driver who is driving an activity. So we've got quite a pickle right there, But in January, O'Shea will be taking the morning route for 2 months for another driver of ours, a totally different route. So for 2 months, he'll be doing every morning route in
Cool.
January and February.
That'll probably help out, get him an extra bit of money.
Hmm. Well, and it'll be good for him, when it comes time for like taxes and stuff, because that money will already be taxed,
Mm,
and it
cool.
and the longer he spends at this job, once he hits 7 years, I believe it's 7 years, he gets hypers, which is retirement.
Wow.
So, he already, he'll already within. I think it's after this year. It might be. It might be after this year, but he might have to go a full year before he gets it as a sub. He might have to go a full year. If he was a full time bus driver, he'd probably have it after the first 3 months or something to that effect. I don't remember, but he'll start paying in. But once you hit 7, then it's like guaranteed. I don't know how to, you become you become vested. So you already have, you get it, and there's gonna be IPers being taken out. But if you leave employment, you lose it.
Oh.
So, or you can, you can take it with you. You can roll it over into something else. But
So this is in addition to his Larry Bob job, huh?
yeah. So basically, that's one of the good things about what he's doing. He can remain a substitute bus driver, but drive in the morning and then go work with Larry, the rest of the day. And that's what he
Yep.
wanted. So that was his goal, was do something in the morning for that, because he can get up with me, go drive bus route, come home, grab some coffee, and then go to work with Larry. And work the rest of the day with Larry.
You'll be his ride to work in the morning.
He'll be my driver.
Cool.
So it works out great. I get company.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
and at least January, February, I'll have company every day. So. And yeah, then there'll be a few other times when he'll be able to, when he's able to sub in for other reasons, like like in the spring of the year when we have multiples. There was one time we had like, I think 4 different activities going on at the same time.
Wow.
And routes. It's like we really had to scuttle to be able to figure that one out. We really had to shuttle things around in order to get every driver and everything going.
Do they sometimes just add kids to your route if that happens?
Yeah, typically what'll happen is that we'll move kids from one bus to another. For example, we have 2 that goes through Casey, and so what we'll do is we'll move one from the driver that does activities over to the other driver who doesn't, and that'll give him a much longer route. But what we do to combat that is we'll take the kids that are the furthest out, and we'll put them in Suburbans with regular driver, with our bus drivers that don't drive big yellow buses. So we have very few drivers that are actually certified bus drivers, as in they have passed the passenger they've got the passenger certification, but they don't have the school bus endorsement, so they can't drive the big rigs, or however that works. Now, you can drive up to, or you can haul up to, like, I think it's like 9 passengers for the school without having a CDL or Class B. You can have just a regular Class D CDL. So there's ways for us to solve that dilemma, and we have a few drivers that can do that. Just pop in a Suburban and shuttle up to 8 kids home, or in the van and shuttle 9 kids home.
Yeah, cool.
If we need to, and so we'll do that for the furthest ones away from the bus, from the bus route, and then get the other ones on the other bus, so that way he doesn't have to go and drive 2 full routes and only get paid for 1.
If you didn't wake up so early, I was wondering. Well, I probably couldn't come with you if I wasn't
Probably, yeah.
here.
I don't know. We'd have to ask and see if there would be a way to allow you to come shadow, because the biggest problem with that is that the school's insurance wouldn't cover you in case of an accident.
Oh,
And so there would be a liability to the school should something happen.
yeah.
And that's the reason they don't allow us to take our kids on the bus anymore. When I first started, I was allowed to take O'Shea, and I could take the kids on the bus with me to activities. So there was times I'd pick up O'Shea or Amos or Ezra. I think I even got to take Alicia, but I've never gotten to take Shua on the bus to an activity. Yeah, it's a real bummer. I wanted to do that. But the only way I could do it now is if I dual enrolled my kids with the school and she went to like an activity that everybody else. I'm not going to do that. So. But they have gotten to get on the bus. I have while I was sitting there, like, I'll have Alicia come up and sweep the bus for me real quick or something to that effect when I get back to the bus barn. Like on a Tuesday night when we're going to head to the Bible study after.
Yeah. Does that ever get tight on Tuesday night? Your evening Bible study?
No, not any. Not no. Because usually I'm back by about 4:30, 4:45, and then then I'll just. I have been coming back home and picking up kids. That's mainly because, well, we're down to 1 vehicle with the transmission of the truck going out. But we also, O'Shea goes over and pick up Sam and brings him down.
Yeah.
When we didn't have Sam, well, then, they could grab the other vehicle and bring it down and bring it. So, I'd take the girls and O'Shea and Ezra and Amy would come down. But it's kind of hard right now with only 1 vehicle, and then they'll bring their truck, O'Shea's and Ezra's truck, which is a little Chevy S10 with, extended cab. So it's got a little jump seat in the back. Well, that doesn't leave a lot of room behind those seats.
Yeah.
It's just enough room for Shua. She loves to do that. But and Ezra can squeeze back there, but not that they like it that much.
I need to get I need to get a plane ticket.
Yeah, you do.
Kind of
Slacker.
dragging my feet on it.
Better be here. Better be getting it before too long. Otherwise, you're gonna miss out on an opportunity to get over here.
Yeah, I'll probably get it tomorrow. It's not going to come down any farther.
Yup.
It's not cheap this year.
It's not as cheap as it was.
No, it's like double what it was this year. Probably because of
Should only be about a one, time and a half, or half again. Is probably is more half again as expensive as it was. Instead of half as much as half again. Oh, he's hunting it down.
He's hunting it down, George. He's hunting it down.
let's see, Thursday to Thursday.
Because you had it at 300 last year. It was 340 or something. Maybe it was
That
380.
like
Just,
2 something.
I think it was just under 3. Well, no, you're right. Because I was thinking of the one when I flew down to watch my brother graduate. So I think you were like 260, 270, something like that. 280.
It is. It's not terrible now. I'm at 319.
Round trip. Coming from where? Flint?
What? Wow.
You coming from Bishop? Yeah, that's right. Duh, that's the only one.
Yeah, I would have to do the. Why do I always leave? Oh, wow. No.
319.
Yeah.
Running United.
I need.
And that's.
I need to leave later, probably.
Oof.
Later in the day. Because I don't think anybody wants to take
Pick
me
you up
to.
at 10:30 a.m. Take you at take you at
No,
2 o'clock in the morning.
drop in. Well, this one leaves at 6:55, so I would have to be there by like 4.
Well, you need to, you have to be there 2 hours before. So
4:50. It would be nice to get there at noon. A little bit nicer than getting there at the evening hour.
oh, Doesn't look like you're gonna find much later. That's gonna be any cheaper. Is it?
No. Let's see.
Let's see.
Returning flight.
What about afternoon? Is there any? Oh, afternoons jumps. 570 for the cheapest.
I either get back at 11:55 p.m. or 5:56 p.m. to what still both my options have me leaving later than normal. Y'all's.
Yeah. Like what later?
The early option is 11:27 a.m. and then if I leave at night, 6:55 p.m.
Well, 6:55 p.m. means that I'd have to skip out, or one of the boys would have to skip out on work.
Yeah, probably
The 11 one would be better because I wouldn't have to skip out on work anyway.
Yeah.
Although, it'd probably again be Amos and O'Shea that take you down there because they seem to like that. That's kind of been a tradition.
I really like the later morning.
Mm-hmm.
That means I can like sleep till what, 8?
You just
Maybe.
like sleeping in. That's what you. That's all you did. We know. We've got you pegged. You just like sleeping. You'd sleep all day if you could.
I about do. I sleep half the day. 12 to 12. But yeah, maybe I should just grab it. Tell Sister T so she gets off my back. When you coming back? I need to know. And then when I say, I'm waiting to get it. Alrighty, Sheila. Good night, sister. When I say I'm
Yeah, get
waiting,
your leg put up. I know
when
what
I
that's like.
when I say I'm waiting to get it, she's like, "Oh, I am too. I can't get it till September." I'm like, "What are you doing, asking me?"
United seems to be kind of the cheapest anyway. But the more stops you have, the worse it is.
Well, this is only one stop, right? Well,
But the problem is, okay, so yeah, it is. And it's a layover in Chicago,
yeah.
which is where you want.
I would love to have a direct flight.
They don't make them.
I know, but yeah, I'll probably get the one where I see you.
You're kind of stuck. At least, I mean, I don't know. Because if you go with, well, that's 351 with the 11:27 a.m. It's a little bit more, but you never know because being with the handicap, it might actually be a little less.
Let's see, I can depart it. But I'm really stuck because there's not a late uh, departure this year.
Except,
Unless,
yeah.
um, unless I go 378.
I gotta see where if I can find. Yeah, 381 for that 6:31 p.m. flight.
There's a 334 for 631
That
departure.
one's not showing up on my list.
I'm
What?
on
I'm already
Expedia.
live. Hey, Ruby.
Hello.
No, not yet.
We're finding flights for CJ to go to Iowa. I don't
Yeah,
know
because
why.
I only find that one 381 on. Well, I'm looking at Travelocity. Kayak isn't really showing. Oh, there's 381 for 11. Yeah, there's a 414 for 331 or 631. I don't know why the difference. Same airline. And it gets in later. It gets in the next day. It's like, no. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. It gets in same time. Two flights. Two different. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why.
And they come in at 10:31 and 12:34. That's in the middle of everything, right?
Well, it says to wait. Kayak says to wait. They expect the prices to drop by $30 in the next 20 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Hello there.
Hey, O'Shea.
That'll be waiting last minute. I thought that would be like the most expensive time.
Yeah, I just, you know, So I don't know. I mean, Travelocities, that's what Travelocities are. Our data scientists, with the help of machine learning models, analyze current and past prices and predict how prices might fluctuate in the next 50 days. Like weather forecasts, though, they can't be 100% certain.
Hmm. I don't want to wait too long though and not
Right.
have a ticket that would work. Sorry, I'm tired.
I really whittled it down. I only gave it and allowed it to go up to price up to 460. Gave me 6 flights. They're still saying that the 6:25 a.m. is the best leave time.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like cheaper air. Their best price is $3.89. You should just come to Michigan and pick me up this year.
In your dream, buddy.
Whoops, I almost said through Friday.
I haven't done Expedia yet. Even Google Flights has. Even Google has a flight thing. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Me either. Dates.
Okay. This can't be.
Can't be good.
Nope.
Looking over a 4-leaf clover that I overlooked before.
These sites. Oh, that site might be real. I went to cheap flights comparing cheap deal fare, fare of daily, cheap flight fares and travel pick, and cheap deal fare has a 250, which I don't trust.
Yeah.
Get out of this site. After almost being scammed, and then getting CJ so rich, price don't matter whose ticket. Ha 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 ha.
It looks like United's the best one to go, about 319 to 381, depending upon whether you want to go 6:25 a.m. or 6:31 p.m.
Yeah.
Now, if you go with the 6:25 a.m., you're going to get in at 10:31 a.m. If you go with the 6:31 p.m., you're going to get in at 11:35 p.m.
Do you have a preference to when I get in?
Well, we've normally been getting you in the evening,
Yeah.
but it might be better if you're going to coordinate with Sister T. It might be better if you can get somebody to drop you off in the morning to get in the mid morning.
Yeah.
That way, Sister T will have a chance to settle in and, hey, Donnie. Hey, Sister T. Speaking of Sister T,
How's it today?
because you're also looking at about a $70 difference between the two tickets
Yeah.
currently. So even if you drop $30 difference in the next 20 days, 20 days is still, that's middle of September.
Right.
It's possible it goes down. If you keep watching and it dips under $300, that's really good.
What do you think? Should I just secure ticket this week? I'm already waiting longer than I normally do. I'm usually by June or July have the ticket. CJ should just wink and get a discount. Yep.
According to historical travel data from Kayak and Going, the optimal time to book domestic routes is 21 to 30 days prior to departure. So, on average, travelers booking this specific route finalize their tickets about 12 days out. Waiting any longer means you enter the immediate 10-day departure window, where available seats dry up and prices rapidly spike. So,
This is basically the time. Right? Well, I guess I could wait.
we are getting, well, according to Google, we are right about a month out.
Yeah.
I'll let that one goose your bumps, because we're about a month away from the Chili's Upper.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You basically got about a week, and we'll be right in at a month.
Yeah.
The chance of them dropping is pretty much nil.
Okay.
You could check other near airports like Detroit, but I don't think you want to go to Detroit.
No. I mean, it's not a big deal.
And we definitely don't want you coming in on Friday because we're going to be too busy on Friday.
No.
So you probably want to go. You probably want to get them now.
Let's see, do I have enough in Venmo? Oh, maybe I do. I got 383 in Venmo. I could probably pay for a ticket. So, why is this? Okay. So I'm gonna go for. Oh, I don't know. My only problem is I don't know if I can get anybody that early to get me to the airport. Because if it leaves at 6:55, that means I
Sister
gotta.
T has got it way easier than you do. Same price, but she has a plethora more of options. And she can leave at 7 a.m. instead of at 6:55. She could leave at 8:08 a.m. A whole extra hour later. She could even leave at 4:24 p.m. Of course, she'd be getting in at 10:33 p.m. But yeah.
Sister T, I'm looking at probably getting in at 10:30
a.m.
a.m. Well, hold on, I got two. That doesn't make sense. How do I get two identical flights? And what one has a worse layover.
Oof.
Do you want me in at 10:30 or 12:30?
Well, if she was to latch on to the one that gets her in, gives her a little bit more time to get to the airport, say the 8:08 a.m., which means she came in at 2:09 p.m. That's going to be difficult for me to achieve because I need to be at the bus barn at 3.
Yeah.
So she'd have to come in. She'd have to leave at the 10 a.m. or at the 7 a.m. Excuse me.
So what time?
Which would put her in at 10:42 a.m. Which would be really close to your time.
Yeah.
And she'd have an hour and 3-minute layover in Atlanta, which would give her plenty of time to get from one gate to the next.
Yeah. So maybe we'll both kind of be there at 10:30ish.
Yes, Donnie, they're coming into Des Moines.
That would be fun. I feel like I would have an extra day there, kind of. I
You
don't
know
know.
how busy. Well, you would because you'd be getting in during the daytime rather than the evening.
Yeah, I don't normally get the sperm that Thursday.
No, because you get in the evening.
Yep. So I think that's what I'll do, Sister D. So try and get in around 10:30 on
And I
the
wouldn't be
8th.
waiting too much longer, Sister Two, because you're not going to get much better prices than 319. Just so you know, you probably are going to start getting worse because they're going to start going up.
Yep. Look. And Sister T, do not order them from Foggy Fly.
The Crowded House and Other Tales by Van Kissen. Copyright 1950, Houghton Mifflin Company. The Riverside Press, New York. Read by Levi Westfall. We are reading The Three Golden Oranges.
I may need a slight recap.
Okay, Diego, hunting for the wife of his dream, most beautiful wife in the world, has returned to his native village with one of the three golden oranges, the two being dismal failures because of poor planning on his part. The third one, of course, reveals a very gorgeous, beautiful young lady. And he is going into the inn to hire a carriage while the beautiful young lady has climbed a tree, awaiting his return. And we pick up there. The orange girl made herself comfortable in the lower branches of the tree and looked about her. At the foot of the tree there was a fountain. The girl bent her head and smiled at her reflection in the water. Just then, an old woman came out of the inn. She was really a witch, who had dressed herself as a working woman. As she leaned over to fill her pitcher from the fountain, she saw the reflection of the beautiful girl, and she said, "Ah, what a beautiful face! If I were as beautiful as that, I could marry a king and rule the world." How funny. You marry a king. You look like an ugly bitch. Where are you? Who calls me ugly? Oh, there you are, up in the tree. So I look like an ugly old witch, do I? Well, I'll show you what an ugly old witch can do. I'm climbing up into that tree after you. I'll show you. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm sorry I said that. Oh. Ah. The old witch, angry at the girl's laugh, had quickly climbed into the tree and had struck a magic pin into the side of the girl's head, just behind her right ear. At once the girl was changed into a little gray dove that cooed sadly. A few minutes later, Diego came out of the inn. He looked up into the tree and all around the garden, but he could not see the orange girl anywhere. Diego called out, "My love, where are you, my dear? Come out from your hiding place. Where are you, my dear?" But all Diego heard was the cooing of the dove as the bird followed him about. Diego held out his hand, and the bird came and perched on it. "Come with me, pretty bird, and to ask the old wise woman how I can find my lost love again." Then Diego, with the dove perched on his shoulder, went to the old wise woman. She remembered him and why he had come to her before. "Ah, you are back, Diego. And did you find the garden of the 3 golden oranges?" "Yes, I did, kind lady, thanks to your help in setting me on the right road." "Have you brought back the golden oranges?" "No. I opened all 3 before I reached Granada." "Ah, Diego, that you should not have done. And what did you find in them?" "A beautiful girl in each one. The first 2 disappeared almost at once, but the third one I was bringing home to be my wife until what happened? I left her in the garden of the inn for a few moments. When I came out, she too had disappeared." "That was your punishment for disobeying me. Now you have lost your chance to marry the most beautiful girl in the world." "I am sorry I have disobeyed you. Please help me find my beautiful girl again, kind lady." "That dove on your shoulder. Come to me, pretty little dove." "Ah, just as I thought. A witch has been at your beautiful girl." "A witch? I remember now. There was an old woman in the garden of the inn, but I never thought she might be a witch. Can't you undo her wicked work?" "Let me feel under the feathers of the dove. Nothing under the wings. Ah, here it is, just behind the right ear. This pin. I'll pull it out gently. There. There's your lovely girl again, Diego."
Oh, okay. Oh, Diego.
Wow, it's a miracle. How glad I am to see you again. I was afraid I had lost you.
You did not know me as a dove, and I could not make you understand me. I should not have laughed at the witch.
We both have this kind, wise woman to thank for changing you back into your shape.
Oh, I hit my head.
That's what you get for laughing at that wise old witch. That mean old witch.
I can never thank you enough, kind lady.
It is always wise to mind your matters, no matter whom you talk to. And now, my dear, we will go up the path to my mother's house. She will see that I have truly brought home the most beautiful girl in all the world for my wife. And so, boys and girls, ends the 3 golden oranges, our story from Spain. I'm sure you believe that Diego deserved his beautiful wife after all his trouble in finding her. Be sure to listen next time when we tell you The Feast of Lanterns, a story told to the children of China. Bum, bum, bum.
I think it's been a few weeks. You should read another one.
Nah.
That's what you get for thinking. That is Alicia. And Sister T says she didn't feel it. Remember, CJ, one story per week, per episode. You just
I,
have to wait to see what the Feast of Lanterns is all about.
I don't like that rule.
Well, take it or leave it.
I leave it.
Well, then I guess we'll not have any more of those readings.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay.
Thank you all for being here. Remember here at CEM, we're going to do 3 things. We're going to glorify God, edify you, His saints, and answer any spiritual questions you may have. Thank you all, and God bless.
Including, why in the world do we hit our heads?
Would you?
Why does it hurt when we hit our heads? Hopefully you have been edified.
I have not. I've been embarrassed. It's all your fault.
Oh well, take it or leave it. Drawn closer to God by our time together. That way, whether we wake tomorrow to serve God here on this earth, or we wake tomorrow to serve Him where we all long to be, up there with Him. You know where we'll have the honor, the privilege, the pleasure of being. Yeah, I'm not going to continue with that thought, CJ. I think I've embarrassed you enough for tonight. We love you all. God bless in your walk with Him. You have a blessed evening.